Tell us what you have to say. Welcome, Joe Davis.
Thank you, Ted and Ray, and thank you to the entire Industry Summit team, sponsors, and I truly am honored to be a part of this elite group. Hope you bear with me. There's a few people I want to say thanks to. I'll start off with so many of you in this room, so many of you that I've seen over the decades here at these events and at nationals and shows, and who have encouraged me. Sometimes we commiserated together about the state of things, but so many of you who have encouraged me, inspired me over the years, and thanks to all of you, because I stand on your shoulders, because I've learned so much from so many of you. Give thanks to the finest group of co-workers any business owner could ever ask for. I have such a great team, and when you receive an honor like this, as a retailer, it's truly about your team, not just about me. I have to give thanks to them. Give thanks to my amazing wife, Jane, and our children, Allison and Josh. So glad my son Josh can be here with me today, because they've put up with me, not just my ADD, but they've put up with, me, the good years, the challenging years. And for some of you who are new to the hobby, you may not realize that there actually have been challenging years in the hobby. But many of you, long-timers, you are well aware of that, and they put up with me through those times. As well as all the cards I brought home to work on, on any given day. They might have showed up in our living room or dining room or our basement for like 3 years, or our whole basement was filled for 3 years with cards, I have to admit that. So, but not that any of you have ever done that, right? Never take work home, right? So, but they've been very patient with me. Most of all, I give thanks to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, because any honor that comes to me ultimately points back to Him. Receiving this honor has caused me to reflect back on many, many decades in the hobby. Starting as a collector back in 1976, when I popped my very first pack of Topps. And then I thought back this week about my first trip to a card store. 1982. I was on vacation with my parents. I was a 13-year-old. I walked into my very first card store, and I was just blown away. I was like, this has got to be the coolest place on the face of the earth. And somewhere inside of me that day, a dream was born. I had been a collector since I was 8 years old. But I was like, oh my goodness, somebody could actually make a living and get to sell sports cards every day. That is just so awesome. So a few years later, I got to start, when I was a freshman in college, I started setting up at shows and then promoting shows. And then in 1991, was blessed with an incredible opportunity with a college friend to open our first little storefront, which bought him out a few years later. And the business has grown. Our new building is 20 times the size of our first store. So I've been very blessed to grow it over the years. But I look back on that day in 1982, and what was so great about that experience, it wasn't just walking into a store full of cards. It was that store owner actually took time to talk to a kid, to educate me, to inspire me, to fuel my passion for collecting. And I need to be reminded of that. Too often I'm so busy running a business that I forget why I got into it in the first place. And I think all of us, especially if you have retail stores and you're the owner and you're running things and you're on the computer and you're on the phone, and sometimes we just got to slow down, because we've still got that responsibility to educate, to inspire, especially there's so many new people pouring into the hobby. Rob and I were talking earlier, and I was like, I think half this room I've never seen before, which is wonderful, because for years I would come to these events and I knew everybody, because we were the same people who've been in the hobby for 20 years, 30 years, whatever. And so it is so great to see so many new faces here. But we all have that responsibility. And to this day, I still love the thrill, as Ted shared, reinventing ourselves, renovating our storefront, which we just did, changing things up so that we can give our customers that wow feeling when they walk in, and finding ways to improve and do better things for them and improve things for them, whether it be a local customer or shipping to somebody across the globe. You know, one of my favorite scriptures says how the greatest among you will be a servant. And over the years, I've learned just how very true that is. I've learned the vital importance of focusing on how well we serve our customers, rather than just focusing on how much we sell them. And if I could share one word of wisdom, that would be it with you today. And I am so honored to share the stage today with 5 other recipients who understand what it means, as Ted said, to go the extra mile. That's a perfect phrase for the group. They go the extra mile, they help others in the industry, they serve others in the industry, and many of them I've got to learn that firsthand for many years. You know, in closing, I just want to say thanks to so many of my friends here. Again, you have been such a blessing to me, such an encouragement to me over the years, and I believe in giving back. And so, for some of you who are new to the hobby, or if you've been in it as long as I have, and you want to share ideas with me, you've got suggestions, you've got things, I've already got to do that with some people here at the card show. I would love to share ideas with you, and if I can be of assistance to you, if I can share some ideas, I'm here for you. So find me, let's share phone numbers, be happy to talk to you. And again, thank you all. I'm so honored to be a part of this group. Thank you so much, and God bless.